So this is what I do before I play or practice, and the point of the warm-up is to get the blood flowing. Then it helps like warm up the muscles in the joints, and then it's going to be easier for you to take your muscles through full range. I mean, you know, you've been to the range before, and if you're tight, you hit a couple of balls and you don't hit them very good. Well, probably your muscles weren't going through their full range, you didn't have a flow going, so then you start to try to mess with your swing, and then you compound whatever problem is. So you're better off warming up before you even hit balls. So this is what you would do even pre-warm-up. So a couple things. I see a lot of people do this right here. They take the club and they put it behind their back and they do this. Okay, first of all, this has nothing to do with golf. Second, your muscles aren't even warmed up to stretch. You actually have to do a dynamic warm-up before you even do the stretch. So that's what I'm going to show you. So I just use a club. If you want to do this at home before you go play or practice, you don't want to do it on the range, as long as you don't have far to drive, or who cares, on the driving range I've seen people do weirder stuff. Okay, so the first exercise is just to kind of get the blood flowing. So you're going to take your club like this parallel to the ground, and this is going to challenge our balance, and you're just going to do opposite elbow to opposite knee. So I'll show you this way and then I'll turn around and it might be easier. All right, so this is called a cross crawl. So I'm just going to turn around, opposite elbow to opposite knee, like this. So we're turning the upper body separately from the lower body. All right, so first of all, this should get that heart rate going, plus it's a lot of balance and coordination. So sometimes it takes people a second to get this motion. So this activates both sides of the brain, both hemispheres, so just a really good warm-up. Good. So I'll do like 8 to 10 repetitions. All right, from here, you're just gonna take the club and then stretch your arms out. So this should feel good. And then from here, we're gonna do some side flexion. So we're doing this dynamically, so you wanna breathe as you do this. Inhale one direction, exhale the other direction. And later on, we're gonna talk a lot about side flexion. This could be the most important exercise you do today, side flexion. Good. All right, now from here, just hold the club like this and keep your lower body planted. I'll tell you why in a second, and your head steady, and you're just doing some rotations. Good. So start off slow at first, and as you get warmed up, you can go a little bit faster. So you guys keep going. I'm just going to show you what's wrong. You don't want to do this action here. Okay. It's an okay warm up, but for golf, remember how Christina said you want to turn your shoulders and your hips around your spine? So that's what you're doing. So obviously your hips are going to move a little bit, but if you have a hard time staying steady, keeping your feet planted, you probably have some hip issues that we need to take a look at. Great. All right, from here, and this will challenge your balance, so if this is too much, don't do it. You can do a little hip swing like this. This is good. I'm just kind of demoing some of the exercises. You might be a little tight. Good. All right, so from here, the same leg, you can just switch hands, and then you're going to do the side. Good. So this gets that inner and outer thigh, the muscles that we need in the golf swing, but we don't really do exercises like this during the day. Great. And then switch and do the other side. All right, so no worries. I have all of these exercises on my CardioGolf TV subscription, so you don't have to remember all these. Good. I have an app, so you put the app on your phone, and then you can go ahead and do these exercises. Great job, guys. Okay, we're going to make these exercises a little bit more golf-like. So I'm going to turn around just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to loop my hands behind, around my club, and then I'm going to get into golf posture. All right, and so we're going to start by just doing some rotation in golf posture. So think about it. If you were standing straight up, this club would be parallel to the ground. All right, but when we're in golf posture, you're actually bent over. So now watch the club, how it goes diagonal both directions. Good. So you don't want to be doing this right here. You want to be in a bent over position. Great job, guys. All right, now we're going to make it a little bit more golf-like. Again, I'm going to turn around so you can see better. So we're going to add some weight shift to it. So from here, you're going to turn like you're turning your back to the target. Your weight's on the inside of your back leg. Now keep your head steady, a little weight shift towards the target, and then you want to pivot off that back foot. Good. Someone should see the spikes on the bottom of your shoe, the whole shoe. Great. That's how much weight shift. So let me show you what would be wrong. Doing this right here, doing this, or finishing like this flat-footed. So the sequence is backs to the target, your weight's on the inside of the back foot, a little weight shift towards the target diagonally, and then you pivot off, you keep your head centered. Right. All right, so watch me from this angle. Watch how the club works diagonally. I shift my weight, and even when I finish at an angle. If you stand up like this, you're going to top a lot of shots. So you want to finish in a little bit of an angle. Good job. So I'm just going to watch you guys for a second. Great job. All right, so that was my warm-up.